Jamie, thanks for joining us. Finished 0-0 here. We've probably got away with one there a little bit. They could have scored twice in that second half. Not a vintage performance from us. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought we were poor. Sort of not all round. I think we defended okay. Allowed probably too many opportunities at our goal. Phelpsy's pulled off 2 one-on-ones. But for us, again, top end of the pitch, the quality, the decision making, the finishes when we had them. I mean, Millsy's had 2 one-on-ones. Hit the keeper with one and drag one wide. I mean, for us, we have to be scoring those chances. I think if Millsy scores the one in the first half very early on, I think the game changes. But we miss it, and then we don't create loads more because of our lack of quality, crossing, final ball. All of that was really, really frustrating for me today. And we spoke about it last week, that as much as we won with 2 moments of quality, we had opportunities for a lot more, and our decision making again was poor, and we've carried that on into today. So I've sort of not had a go at them, but let them know that our standards have to be high all the time, and our focus has to be high. We can't just think we're going to turn up and someone in the team is going to produce a moment of magic. We have to be better when we're in the final third of the pitch. Our quality has to be so much higher, and today that was a real frustration. And then within it, because we're trying to go and win the game, we become open. They're breaking on us. That was what they'd done. They sat back and looked to break, and we were sort of pulled over apart at times, which allowed them to have a couple of good chances. And Phelpsy, has produced 2 good saves. Positives, we've kept a clean sheet and we've nicked a point. But it's funny, it could have been a lot worse, but if we take our chances, it could have been a lot better. But we have to be better, 100%. If we do want to keep challenging and keep pushing up the league, we have to be better than we have been today. I think in our run that we've been on, that's probably as poor as we've been.
Yeah, I think the frustration with the fans has been that in that top end, just missing or hitting that first man from a corner, or the crosses going straight to the keeper, the throw-ins going straight to the keeper. How do you kind of get that message across to him at half-time? Because it got better in the second half, but it feels like it's an obvious thing that...
Yeah, we try to, and it's funny because in the last 2 weeks I've worked on a lot of crossing and finishing, because we get into areas all the time, and I felt that our deliveries could be a lot better and our decision making, so we actually work on it all the time. And then today the frustration is whenever we've got into good areas, the quality on the ball, whether it's the cross, whether it's the final pass, obviously the 2 finishes have fell to Millsy, and that's where it's frustrating. That it's not something we haven't spoken about, it's not something that we haven't worked on. And like I say, from Haringey, I felt we could have been a lot better and made the game a lot more comfortable, and we've just carried that on into today, and we just haven't, like I say, been good. Ultimately, we've been poor. And again, the game could have been completely different. Millsy's had, like I say, 2 glorious chances. Like, don't get me wrong, they have, but Millsy's had them before they have, and the game could have been completely different. And we just have to be careful that we don't get carried away, and this is what I've always said. And don't just think because we're winning, the performances are always great, because they're not. Sometimes the wins mask over the performance. And I've told that within the run that we've been on. And today was like that, what should hopefully give them a shock, that we have to be better. If we want to continue what we're doing, quality has to be a lot better.
And you took Sammy off second half. I think there was a few surprises. Was there any reason for that?
Yes, I didn't actually know, but he'd been in hospital, not him, but a family member had been in hospital all night. So I don't think he slept a lot. He didn't tell me, because when it's things outside of football, it has a big impact on people. And you could see within his performance, he wasn't his usual bright self, he didn't have his spark. And that was why, basically, for his own sake, I think, that he probably has things going on in his head, and it's not fair to keep him out there and you keep wanting something from him when maybe today he was like, the football was the last thing on his mind.
Yeah. And looking at the results today, you probably haven't seen them yet, but it's a massive missed opportunity with the results around us. Could have been, with a win today, we would have been equal 5th. Okay. Equal 6th with Whittam. But we go away to Tilbury next and then Brighton and Sea, so they're going to be 2 hard games coming up, both away from home. Do you think you'll change anything going into those games? Or
potentially, we'll have a look. The team has sort of stayed the same in the run, and maybe it's sort of getting a bit tired, the boys and everything else, so sometimes you need to freshen it up. But yeah, listen, there's always going to be things that go on in the league and different things, and it's a a missed opportunity not getting through, but we've got a point. So I suppose that's a point better off than what we would have been. We've not lost, and like I said, there's still plenty of games to go, and teams will win and lose. We just have to stay focused on us. We've got a big week coming up. We've got 3 away games on the bounce. 2 teams obviously above us that have been doing really well. It's going to be tough, but I believe in the group. I believe that we can go and win anywhere as long as we perform to the levels I know we can. And it's like I've always said, things can change very quickly. You can suddenly be joint 6 or you can be 9th, and that's how quick. We're not in a position where we have points in hand and we can afford to lose too many games. So we'll attack the week, we'll train well, and we'll go into the following week and go and attack it like we have. And if we come out of that with some good points, obviously we'll see where we're at, and then we'll go again. But that said, it's never anything that we've overly spoken about. We know there's an opportunity, and that's all I've said to them. Just keep yourselves in that hunt, that there's a chance. The longer the season goes on, if you're still in with it, brilliant. Don't sort of fade away. So we'll keep chasing people down, we'll keep doing what we're doing, and if in next week we lose one, we won't go crazy about it. We'll get back down and go, right, we go on another run. And like I said, we'll see where we end up. And at the moment, it's another one. We haven't lost, so I suppose the unbeaten run continues. But we need to be a lot better. If we want to continue winning football matches, then we have to be a lot better than today.
Yeah, I think you're 9 games unbeaten, which is doesn't happen very often. So well done on keeping the run going.
Thank you.
A little bit disappointed today, but yeah, good luck with Tilbury next weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.